हाय गाइस, वेलकम टू द गुड लाइफ प्लान। और हमेशा की तरह इस बार भी मैं और प्रतीक आपके लिए लाए हैं हमारी गुड लाइफ स्टोरी का एक नया सा पन्ना। बट दिस टाइम आवर स्टोरी इज़ नॉट जस्ट अबाउट द कैरेक्टर्स, इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट देयर रिलेशनशिप यानी कि दैट इनविजिबल थ्रेड दैट टाइज द ड्रीम्स टू आवर स्लीप, मोमेंट्स टू आवर मेमोरी, purpose to our present, and of course curiosity to our future. यानी कि the thread that ties the formless to the form, the intangible to the tangible, और शायद इसलिए so that we can weave the fabric of our existence, or as in this case coexistence. तो कहानी शुरू करते हैं। दो लीड कैरेक्टर्स हैं, but before I disclose their name I'm going to ask you a small riddle. आई नो थोड़ा वियर्ड है, बट देन गुड लाइफ प्लान में कुछ भी चीज़ कन्वेंशनल नहीं होती, तो ये क्यों नहीं। तो आपको बताना है व्हाट इज़ कॉमन बिटवीन कड़वे करेले, गुलाब का फूल, विशाल समुद्र, दयालु भगवान और दुष्ट शैतान। नहीं, ट्रिक क्वेश्चन नहीं है ये। इसका बड़ा ऑब्वियस सा आंसर है। एक बार और मैं दोहराती हूँ, व्हाट इज़ कॉमन बिटवीन कड़वे करेले, गुलाब का फूल, विशाल समुद्र, दयालु भगवान और दुष्ट शैतान। आई थिंक यू गेस्ड इट, यू राइट। ये है ओवर द टॉप एक्सप्रेशंस। तो हमारे पहले किरदार जो हैं उनका नाम है समुद्र बीच। तो कोवलम और लाइट हाउस बीच से शायद 4 किलोमीटर की दूरी में है ये, और इनके प्राइज पोजेशंस हैं दुनिया के सबसे क्लीन ऑटोज़, ब्यूटिफुल रोड्स, स्टनिंग ग्रीनरी, और पर हाँ, बीच इनकी रॉकी है, लोग इनके चैटी हैं। तो चैटी हैं तो मैं अस्यूम करती हूँ खुश है, नाखुश लोग एटलीस्ट मेरे एक्सपीरियंस में बहुत बातें नहीं करते। ज़्यादातर लोग जो हैं वो अंग्रेज़ी में बात करते हैं, हिंदी समझते हैं पर बात नहीं कर पाते। इसके बावजूद आप इनके टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशंस यानी टॉप के टूरिस्ट रिसॉर्ट पे अगर वो खचाखच भरा है, पीक सीजन में लोकल टैलेंट आके आपको पंकज उधास के गज़ल सुनाएगी। दिस इज़ इंडिया, लॉट्स ऑफ कलर्स, लॉट्स ऑफ इमोशंस। जो दूसरे कैरेक्टर हैं वो तो आप समझ ही गए हैं कौन होंगे। जी हाँ, वो है समुद्र हिमसेल्फ, द अरेबियन सी। बिल्कुल फ्लैम्बॉयंट रॉक स्टार हैं। अपना मोनोलॉग उन्हें बहुत पसंद है, पूरे दिन उसे दोहराते रहते हैं, और आवाज़ उनकी इतनी तेज़ है कि उनके आसपास आपको कुछ नहीं सुनेगा, अपनी सोच भी नहीं। बट इसके बावजूद जो मुझे सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग इनकी चीज़ लगी है वो है इनका वार्डरोब। पूरे दिन रंग बदलते रहते हैं, फ्रॉम ऑरेंज टू ब्लू टू एक्वामरीन ग्रीन टू गोल्डन टू ग्रे एंड टू ब्लैक। ये हर रंग में जचते हैं। तो आज के गुड लाइफ प्लान में उनकी स्टोरी, द स्टोरी ऑफ द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन समुद्र एंड समुद्र बीच। हर बार की तरह जो सीनियर स्टोरी टेलर हैं वो प्रतीक हैं, और हर बार की तरह मैं उनके कैमरे का नाम भूल गई हूँ, वो है फूजी फिल्म GFX 100S। और इस बार दोनों ने मिलके ऐसे मतलब आई थिंक 3 दिन में 64 GB का कार्ड ख़त्म कर दिया। तो आप समझ सकते हैं ये कहानी एक फोटोग्राफर एंड फिलोसोफर के पर्सपेक्टिव से आपको सुनने को मिलेगी। सो विदाउट फर्दर अडू, प्रतीक, द स्टेज इज योर्स।
Thank you, Sudipta. What a colorful, lucid display of our trip. I will be hard pressed to keep up with it. Anyway, such beautiful words. I had no idea of our script, so now you know we went to see the sea, and we went to Kerala to see the sea. We have not seen much of South India, in fact hardly any. And South India attracts us. But more than that, as a person wielding this big camera, I was hoping to get some seascapes. And since we are expecting monsoons anytime soon, I was hoping for large, obese, bulbous clouds. Though there was a lot of large, obese, bulbous visible but less of clouds. Two of which were on my flight, and while we went to Kerala, I was in the middle of in the middle seat and flanked by two hefty men, one who snored before his lunch and after. So I cannot claim a very comfortable journey to Thiruvananthapuram. I cannot pronounce it, but I will. Let's stick to Trivandrum. That was its original name. As the plane aligned to land on the runway and the pilot said, crew to landing stations, I was able to see a little bit of the outside from my seat. And all that I could see was green. It was fantastic. I have not seen so much of green from an airplane. Anyway, so our visit, as Sudipta told us before, had a very specific agenda: to experience the sea. And we did. All along, however, as a photographer, I make some mental preparations: what to expect, what not to expect, what to look for. And some of my previous trips our previous trips to Goa had given me, or rather blessed us with some fantastic photography related memories. I was hoping to see some of that light and atmosphere this time as well, but it's not to be. It was the usual greys, blues, pinks, oranges, and whatnots. And then I reconciled to the new situation and knew that to expect the old in a new avatar or a better one would be doing injustice to that moment. And I went about placing myself in the sea. I think I've told you before in the last Jaisalmer trip episode, I am aversive to vanilla landscapes. They're too sticky, syrupy, and too nice for me to relate to. And I was looking for, as usual, myself, my good and bad, my light and dark, in whatever was visible to me. I got some decent frames. I mean, nature presents itself, its beauty and all. You, without any judgment or conditions, you capture those. And eventually, I had to ask the sea, what are you showing me? What am I seeing? And I got the answer almost immediately. All your lifetimes, it said. And this one as well. And all the lifetimes to come. And that settled me. Now, this picture is very special. I posted it on Facebook. Simple rock and the sea. But it says so much about what and how I see the world. It's a confrontation between the bound and the boundless. About hot and cold. About being stable and formed to being formless and free. If you notice the clouds, they also look like boats, as if they are just sailing above. And here stands the rock. Strange, ungainly log, but it has a form and stays there. facing the sea. And I was actually seeing a reflection of myself in this sea. The little interaction I had with locals seemingly suggested that they are too close to the sea to notice anything great with it or have any romantic feelings towards it. Now, I have virtually grown up reading some literature that has romanticized the sea. Ernest Hemingway's Old Man and the Sea, Herman Melville's Moby Dick, recently Jan Martel's Life of Pi. I've read Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island, and one of my favorite film series, Pirates of the Caribbean. I've watched all episodes of it, if I may use that word.
All sequels? Many times.
And many times. All have shown sea as a brutal treasure chest. It tests you at every moment. It's not an easy place, but it is full of witches. And having those notions in my mind, I was watching it. And I think our lifetimes are such as well. A lifetime will test us in all possible ways, some that we can't even imagine. However, in all these stories, the human spirit prevails. It's the persistence of existence, if I may use that word. But for the locals over there, the sea is just like a tree standing in front of our house or something like that. Nothing to be greatly enamored with. That's what it seemed to me. They didn't care for the manta ray. When I saw the manta ray lying on the floor, it was a sight for me. I mean, it was the first time I saw it outside the television. And then one man went about hacking it to pieces. Anyway, the sea gave me great context for the pictures, and also about so many perspectives of my life, which I think all elements of nature do. And that's how I went about taking my pictures. We were fortunate to witness a fishing party draw their nets to land from the sea, and the event was happening right under our nose, literally. When I woke up and saw the sea from our window of the hotel room window, and I saw these men right under our room pulling the nets from the sea. So these guys were up and about since 4 a.m. in the morning. We joined them around 7 in the morning. Sudipta also lent them a hand, you can see. The net is very heavy and abrasive, and one of them, asked me to join them as well, and I also took a little bit of made a little bit of effort for them, and everything is beautifully synchronized with the waves coming in. They only pull when the waves allow them to pull, otherwise. And I was pulling without any cue, so it was more of an effort for me. So it is a very physically demanding work. Now look at these men. Hardly a picture of great physique. They don't look healthy either, yet they're able to do their work. That's good enough for them. They don't look very impressive physically. Later I met a fisherman, and we took his interview as well, and I asked him why these guys have such big bellies. And he said that, sir, too much booze and too much rice. So a reminder as part of the good life plan: no amount of running can outrun a bowl of Maggie, or no amount of gymming can account for or burn your pizza. Everything has to come together to make a good life planned. So, coming to the fishing spectacle, 4 hours of work landed them about 20 kilos of fish, small fish. And there were 10 people each side of the rope, of the net, and each made around between 50 to 100 rupees for that effort. Most pulling the net were old. Old meaning some people around my age. I'm 56. They must be between 50 and 60. And I asked the fishermen again, why most people are old and not young people have joined? So the young people now go and study, because in schools they give them free meals and schooling is compulsory. So they are not learning fishing and they are not doing fishing. Instead, they go and study, and then they are encouraged to do something better than fishing. The guy in the super dry Japan shirt asked me for money, some team money he asked me. I wasn't carrying my wallet, so I just searched my pocket and found a 500 rupee note lying there, and I gave it to him. He took it without showing any emotion and said, give me more money. And I said, I don't have any, I'm not carrying any. Go to your hotel room and get me more. So that was the audacity of a man who for 4 hours toiled to make 50 rupees. Anyway, I smiled and drifted away. On our first evening at Kovalam, we met Caspi, a toy poodle. Caspi was on an outing with her companion, Binesh. I acquainted with Binesh and had a conversation about his life. Binesh belongs to a family of fishermen. He was brought up next to the sea, so the sea is a part of him. He cannot fish at the moment as he is recovering from a knee injury. He got it in a game of soccer. Let's hear his story from an interview we took 2 days later. So as you can see, I'm with Binesh and Caspi. Caspi and I have met on the footpath of our hotel. It's adjoining the sea.
Actually, I got Caspi from Bangalore.
From Bangalore.
Before I meeting Caspi, I had very interested in food breed. First I see the food breed in one of my friends. That breed dog was very friendly. Suddenly I attracted to this breed. After that I planned to buy one.
Okay.
I need one.
Okay.
Like
You had to have one.
I will travel alone. I need a travel partner. She is very silent. Poodle breed is very silent and very intelligent. That's the reason I got Caspi. Now she is my travel partner, my friend.
So where have you taken her? Have you taken her out of the city also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever I go, I will take Caspi. In train, they will not allow pets. But I will take her. I will take her in my bag. She will sleep in bed. No voice.
Wow.
Caspi the detective. Caspi, are you a detective?
So, Dinesh, our first interaction, you told me your family goes for fishing. You're a fisherman.
Yeah, fisherman.
And you have also done fishing.
Yeah, we have done.
So I was very intrigued by what you told me. You told me that the sea tells you where the fish is. How does the sea tell you?
Fishermen, almost every fisherman, they start their career from their childhood. Fishermen's experience is very big. From the childhood, they are seeing ocean and like every time they are spending time in the ocean. we sometimes know when the weather will change, when the fish will come, where is the fish location. They can easily guess.
So tell me, are there good fishermen and bad fishermen also? No, they're all the same.
Depends on experience.
On their experience. And what extra does the experience tell you? More about the sea, more about the wind, more about the fish itself? What does experience tell you? Because your father must have taught you where to see the fish and how to do that. So next time when you go, have you learned more than your father or your grandfather?
No, that much level I didn't go because I couple of times only I did the ocean. When I go to first 5 times, I can't sit on the boat because the atmosphere is very bad smell, and also waves like that. Our body will shake, our stomach will turn, and we will they headache. So we can't sit normally. Always we will sleep. More than 5 times we have to go continuously. After that only we can like that.
You get attenuated to it. You get accustomed to it.
Yeah.
So Dinesh, today morning I went to the harbour, and yesterday or the day before yesterday, there were fishermen over here pulling the net, and they were like 10 each side. So one of them just called me, "You come and pull with us." He just said, "Come." So I also went. It was very heavy and very hard. So how heavy is the net? How many kilos?
It's called in Malayalam Kampavara fish.
Kampavara.
It's a very traditional fish. From the beginning, they are using this method. Nowadays, they will go around 5 kilometers. But before, the net will go around 10 15 kilometers.
That's long a net?
That long. Nowadays, that business is very bad because fish is not available in nearby. The fish pond
Deep inside.
deep inside. That case, this fisherman will not get that much of a profit.
So how heavy is the net? What is the weight of the net? How many kilos? You can't tell.
Because it's depend on the climate. Because sometimes the ocean.
Not. I'm just talking the weight of the net itself, like that you throw in the water. How heavy is it?
Like that. Because it's very rope is there, very long. After that, net is there. Net is a very big net. That's surrounded two sides,
And they were singing a song.
Yeah.
What song is it? What is it called?
In every area, they will sing like that.
Different song. So what song do you sing?
Like farmers also will sing songs. That's like they are making songs. Not a what song. It's so their energy. Do not get bored.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. So it's not the name of a song, like what is it called? So they just start singing and then they start. A very beautiful song.
Very powerful
Very
voices.
powerful voices.
Very powerful.
And the first day was a different one which I heard, and the second day today was a different one. So I must tell you, there is a very famous book which won the Nobel Prize for literature. I don't know how many years ago. It was written by a very famous author called Ernest Hemingway. And it's a very small book, thin book. It's called Old Man at the Sea. And this old man goes to the sea and he catches or rather hooks a very big fish. And the fish is so big that it drags the boat along. And for days and nights it's alive and it is not dying, and it is keeps pulling the pulling the boat along with it. And the man is talking to the fish, and he can hear the fish speak to him as well. Have you had any spiritual experience, something like this ever when you met? Did you ever catch, hook a fish? It was so strong and heavy that it pulled your boat.
I don't have that type of experience. But my father and grandfather.
You said that you caught sharks. A shark is a very heavy fish. Must be 200, 300 kilos of fish, and it is a very strong fish. Does it not change the course of your boat or something like that?
It's like that. They will hunt the fish properly. Otherwise, they will leave the fish. The fisherman can't hold that fish. They will leave. Those no matter.
It does not matter.
And one more thing, even Discovery Channel, one crocodile under Australia.
Yeah.
You know how
He was killed by a stingray. Stingray is killed.
the same thing happened in this reported only 2%. Steve Irwin and my grandfather.
Oh,
Same thing.
so stingray, he was not
This case incident happened before 50 years, 50 years ago, when my father was 12 years old. Still, my grandfather's heart and thus
stingray stayed.
stayed with my heart, with my grandfather's heart, still beating in this Kerala medical college.
Oh,
Because this is a rare case.
wow. Because stingrays are not that aggressive. They don't. I thought like this guy was flirting with danger. This crocodile hunter. He was careless, and that's how he got killed.
They will attack with their tail and drop the tail with their best. They have the point. They know the point. They can understand our heart. They will attack our heart, then drop the tail. It's very painful. So you get a knife in the heart. That painful.
So stingrays are caught for their meat.
Yeah, stingray is good. It's good for pregnancy. After pregnancy.
So what is your favorite fish to eat? Which one do you like?
Kingfish and sardines are my favorite.
Sardines are very small, right?
That is small, like this. Okay. That's very tasty. Oil sardine.
Oily sardine.
Oil sardine.
Oily sardine.
In Malayalam they call it matti. Nai matti. It's very tasty for fry and curry.
So Binesh also told me that he's travelled from Kerala here to Jammu and Kashmir on his bicycle, all by himself. So I want to ask you, where did you meet the friendliest people on the way?
For travelers, they have an experience like that. They will meet all good persons. I never meet a bad person in my travel. We will meet lot of good persons. Everyone came to us and they will make friendship and they will help. They will ask do you want and come ask.
Oh, wow. Everywhere, throughout the trip you met only nice, wonderful people. Wow, that's very good. So, and which places food did you like the most? So sweet.
Because I miss my home food, Kerala food.
Yeah. No, but you what states did you travel?
Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Rajasthan to Delhi to Haryana, Haryana, then
Himachal across to Kotak.
Haryana.
Which side did you enter Kashmir from? The Patnitop side? Palampur? You showed me a video where there was snow falling. So you must have reached there in January or February?
Yeah. I started my ride in December 1st. Then I entered Kashmir December around 45-50 days I completed.
Okay. 50 days you were there in Kashmir. And
What?
no problems with the bike?
And the distance, how many kilometers were you doing in a day?
Total 3,700 kilometers.
So almost 100 kilometers
100 kilometers in
every
average.
and every day. How long were you cycling for? That means what time to what time?
I will start my ride morning 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock that day. And before 6 p.m. I will
How many of you were riding together? What was your
so,
solo?
yes.
Wow, that's so wonderful.
So, last question. You told me that you injured yourself, your knee, in a football game, and you had to have surgeries, and you have been resting for the last 8 months. Do you want to go back to fishing after that? When you after the recovery?
I'm not sure that because my leg got a serious injury. It's a small fall, but it's got a big. I can't go to fishing.
So, what are your plans for the future? Do you have any plans?
I don't know.
That's a good answer.
That's the most
That's the
honest
best
answer.
What are your dreams?
Dream, only one dream. I want to see every part of the world. I just want to travel everywhere. That's my dream. I work for that. My work is going on for that. I will work for that.
Oh wow!
So our channel is called the Good Life Plan. Doesn't mean your life needs to be planned. It means that there are certain things in your life which are good, and we basically say that you celebrate the goodness, which I'm sure you have also told us, like the ride that you took, the people that you met, and this friend that you have right in front of you. So can you give our viewers 2-3 things from your life that you think are good, so that they can be inspired?
First thing, don't look at others' lives. Whatever we want, we go to that way.
Very
Don't
nice.
look at the others' life. We want like that, we want like this. Be different from others. Like that. Then we have only one life, maximum happy and enjoy yourself. Then be a good person. Don't cheat others or don't make others bad. Like that.
Wonderful.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure. I wish you all the best.
The sea asks for respect. We saw this at the Kovalam beach. These guys were trying to launch their boat when we reached the beach. And I think we spent around 30-40 minutes just watching them, make attempts to just launch the boat. As soon as they had pushed the boat into the sea, a huge wave would come and deposit it back onto the shore. Many people joined in, some went and called some other people, and advice was given and all this. It again connected me to those people who claim to be self-made. Oh, I'm a self-made man. I did it all by myself. No, my dear, none can do that. It's not possible. There are people pushing your boat. You may be in your boat all by yourself, eventually in the sea, but that boat was pushed by so many people, and you, by saying this, you are only being ungrateful to those who helped you out into the sea. More than that, be thankful to the sea, at least, for allowing you the access to those riches. You are not alone to have walked this beach, this shore, and you are not the only one who has sailed the sea. There are many, many who have done that before, and many will do after you. Nothing special. Here are some of my most favorite landscapes, my landscapes. And coastal regions give its people this luxury. I've seen a wonderful spectacle at the Juhu beach. People were meditating, they were playing and all, and doing somersaults and preparing for a movie stunt. All those things were happening. Here, children are playing. They were playing, I think, kabaddi earlier, then they switched to playing soccer, and then God knows some other game they had. Within a matter of minutes that we were in, there were 3 or 4 games being played simultaneously, but all were having fun. I guess the charm of a place lingers and stays till one dissolves in it. Once that grain is gone, you become a part of this liquid, basically. However, we were still outsiders and still granular. So we observed some very interesting things about the place. First thing which struck both of us was the way auto rickshaws were being maintained in that area. Every auto rickshaw, whether it was parked under a tree or moving or whatever, was in showroom condition. We sat and travelled in a few. Wherever we travelled from the harbour also back, and wherever we were travelled, the seats were absolutely clean, and the foam was tight and supportive, no craters, nothing, no cracks anywhere. And the engines, mind you, engines were also in showroom condition. No ring flutter, no piston slap, no timing chain rattle. All bush and bracket in place and noiseless. I was mighty impressed. The buses as well, some few buses pulled up on the beach carrying tourists, making a racket. The tourists were making a racket, not the buses. Some strange rap which is in vogue these days. However, all was shining but overdone with crazy graphics. It is like a flamboyant, out of the world South Indian movie, like that. So here I am with my presentation with our trip to Kerala. Sudipta will conclude the rest for you. Over to you.
So every trip we end by thanking the place for the time that we have shared. This time also we did the same. And it so happened that we were leaving on the birthday eve of Tagore. So Rabindranath Tagore के बारे में तो बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. The poet has defined our existence, our lives for the longest time. So 3 generations, mom, me and Prithvi, we kind of thought that why not sing a song. यही किया जाता है टैगोर के बर्थडे पे, यूजुअली हम यही करते आए हैं. बस मैं एक ही चीज़ यहाँ पे बोलूँगी कि फॉर द प्योरिस्ट दिस हमें बताया जाता है कि टैगोर के गाने को टच नहीं कर सकते हो आप. आपको जैसे लिखा गया है आपको वैसे ही गाना है. बट देन अगेन आई डू नॉट बिलीव इन ब्लाइंड रेवरेंस. मुझे लगता है आर्ट का पर्पस है हमें इंस्पायर करना और हमें करेज देना कि हम अपना हिस्सा उसमें ढूंढ सकें या उसमें जोड़ सकें. So this time we included the Arabian Sea, our favorite Rag Tilak Kamot, and we sang a song, and we are ending this episode with that song. And I just hope that our good life story is entertaining you and keeping you engaged and also inspiring you to write your own. So with that, we come to the end of this episode. Till we meet again, keep smiling and shining. Thank you very much and good night.
Good night.
A lovely time you have given us. We are celebrating Rabindranath Thakur's birthday with you and Arabian Sea. Thank you.